Hey, I'm Sam, and today I'm going to share with you 7 simple budgeting hacks that saved me over $10,000. And the best part? They're incredibly easy and fast to implement. Now, before you think, oh, another budgeting video, let me tell you, these hacks aren't just the usual cut your coffee nonsense. We're talking real, practical changes that actually work. You'll be surprised how just tweaking a few small habits can completely transform your finances. And here's the twist. One of these hacks is so simple, it almost feels like cheating. But trust me, it works like magic. I'll get to that one soon. But first, let's dive into the hack that completely changed my perspective on money. Hack number 1, the reverse budget. Now I know what you're thinking. Reverse? Isn't budgeting all about planning ahead? Well, yes and no. The reverse budget flips traditional budgeting on its head. Instead of focusing on where every dollar should go, it starts with your savings goal. Here's how it works. At the beginning of the month, decide how much you want to save. Immediately move that amount into a separate savings account. Now, here's the kicker. Whatever is left is what you have to spend. You'd be amazed at how this simple shift makes saving a priority without feeling restrictive. But why does this work so well? Simple psychology. When the money is already set aside, you're less likely to touch it. Plus, seeing your spending limit up front makes you naturally more mindful of expenses. Now let's move on to hack number 2, which is all about tricking your brain into saving more without even realizing it. I call this one the incremental challenge. It's incredibly simple yet surprisingly powerful. Every week, increase your savings by just $1 compared to the previous week. So, start with saving $1 in week 1, $2 in week 2, and so on. By the end of the year, you'll have saved over $1,300 without feeling any major pinch in your budget. It's like fooling your mind into saving because the increase is so gradual you hardly notice it. And the best part? You can adapt it to your own comfort level. Maybe start with $5 if one feels too low. Now let me ask you something. Have you ever found yourself spending more just because your paycheck just hit your account? Yeah, I've been there too. That brings us to hack number 3, the paycheck split. Here's the deal. When you get paid, split your money into 3 categories right away: essentials, savings, and fun money. But here's the key. Make sure the savings portion is automatically transferred to a separate account. Out of sight, out of mind. This simple habit prevents lifestyle inflation because your spending money is predefined. You'll feel richer without actually spending more. Now, before I reveal the most unconventional hack on this list, here's a quick question. Have you ever thought about how your bank might actually be sabotaging your savings efforts? Hack number 4, bank account batching. This one's a game changer. Instead of keeping all your money in one account, split it into multiple accounts with specific purposes. One for bills, one for savings, one for daily spending. Why? Because when you see all your money in one place, it's way too easy to overspend. Batching your money into separate accounts gives you a visual reminder of what's actually available for each purpose. And here's a pro tip. Choose a savings account with no easy transfer options. Make it just a bit inconvenient to access that money. You'll think twice before dipping into your savings, and that little friction can make all the difference. You'd be surprised how simply organizing your money can help you hold on to more of it. But we're not done yet. Up next, I'm sharing a hack that sounds almost too easy, but it's one of the most effective ways to avoid splurging. And here's a hint. It involves just 1 minute of your time. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. Hack number 5, the 1-minute rule. This one is ridiculously simple but insanely powerful. Here's how it works. Whenever you're about to make a purchase, take 1 minute to pause and ask yourself 3 questions. 1. Do I really need this right now? 2. Can I find it cheaper somewhere else? 3. Will this purchase bring me long-term value or just a quick thrill? You'd be surprised how just 60 seconds of mindful thinking can stop you from making impulse buys. It sounds almost too easy to be effective, But that's the beauty of it. Our brains are wired to make quick decisions when we're excited or stressed. This 1-minute break gives you the mental space to think rationally. And here's the kicker. Even if you end up buying the item, you'll feel more confident knowing you actually considered it first. Now, speaking of impulse spending, let's talk about hack number 6, the 30-day rule. This one's all about delayed gratification. Whenever you want to buy something that isn't essential, put it on a want list and wait 30 days before making the purchase. Why 30 days? Because that's enough time for the initial excitement to wear off. If you still want it after a month, chances are it's worth it. But most of the time, you'll realize that you didn't really need it in the first place. I once put an expensive gadget on my list, convinced I needed it. A month later, I'd completely forgotten about it. Saved myself over $200 just by waiting it out. But here's the twist. You don't just avoid spending, you also build a habit of being intentional with your money. And that's a game changer. Let me ask you something. Have you ever bought something on sale just because it was a good deal, even though you didn't really need it? Yeah, I've been there too. This leads us to hack number 7, the sale trap avoidance. Stores are masters at making you feel like you're saving money when you're actually spending more. The secret to beating this? Shift your mindset from "how much am I saving" to "how much am I spending?" If you're about to buy something just because it's discounted, ask yourself, would I still buy this at full price? If the answer is no, skip it. This simple mental shift has saved me countless dollars over the years. And here's something even more powerful. Combine this hack with the 1-minute rule. Pause, think, and challenge yourself before you hit that checkout button. You'll thank yourself later. Now, before I share the final, most unexpected budgeting hack that saved me the most money of all, here's a quick question. Have you ever tried budgeting but felt overwhelmed or frustrated halfway through the month? If so, you're not alone. That's why hack number 8 is an absolute game changer. Hack number 8, the weekly check-in. Instead of setting your budget once a month and forgetting about it, break it down into weekly sessions. Every week, take 10 minutes to check your spending, track your progress, and make small adjustments if needed. This simple habit keeps you on track without feeling like budgeting is a once-and-done chore. Plus, it makes it way easier to spot small issues before they snowball into big problems. And here's a pro tip. Set a recurring reminder on your phone or calendar. Treat it like a meeting with yourself. Non-negotiable. You'll be amazed at how just this tiny commitment can make a massive difference. But wait, there's more. I'm about to reveal the one hack that not only saved me thousands, but completely changed how I think about money. Hack number 9, the cash envelope system. I know what you're thinking. Cash? In 2025? But hear me out. There's a reason this old-school method still works like a charm. Here's how you do it. At the start of each month, withdraw cash for specific spending categories: groceries, dining out, entertainment, and place the money into labeled envelopes. Once the cash is gone, you're done spending in that category. This physical limitation makes you far more mindful of your spending. There's something about seeing the cash physically leaving your hands that just makes you think twice. And here's an extra trick. Leave your cards at home when using this method. It forces you to stick to the plan and eliminates the temptation to swipe. But why does this work so well? It's simple. Digital payments make spending feel almost effortless. Cash, on the other hand, feels tangible. You actually feel the impact of every transaction. And guess what? Since implementing this system, I've cut my discretionary spending by almost 30%. That's real money that stays in my pocket instead of slipping through my fingers. Now, before we wrap up, let me ask you, which one of these hacks do you think would make the biggest difference in your life? Let me know in the comments. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more practical budgeting tips. Bye.